Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday. Whew. Still Thursday. Feels like I've gone through about 5 days today, but it is in fact still Thursday. It is March the 16th. It's 2023. It's another Tech Golf podcast. Glad you could join us today. Thank you so much for stopping by. If it's your first time, bless you. We talk about movies, TV, games, random shit. Whatever we can, really, at this point. Talk about how haggard my beard is, if we really wanted to. But we won't start with that. We will start with, instead, the most important question of the week. Mr. Black, how's your week?
Another week.
Fantastic. We're both very blue today. I have refused to actually set the white balance on my camera yet, so we're both blue. Not on your screen. I'm probably actually not bad on your screen right now, but for everyone else, I'm fucking living in a Eiffel 65 music video right now. That's all right. Take me back, by the way, to Eiffel 65 days. I could live 24 to 72 hours in the era of I'm Blue and maybe some Prozac as well. If we could throw some Prozac in. You still got a Prozac impersonation for like one of their songs?
I forget how the songs go.
What about like the www dot never get over
www dot my heart is tight, I'm really not. Yeah, that's true.
Something like that.
Yeah. Fuck. That is some 2000s ass 2000s music. Like
Never get over you.
They had the ICQ.
they had the ICQ fucking sound effect. That's like the perfect. It's so good. I actually I every now and then I tell myself that I should make the phone notification the ICQ noise.
Jesus.
Because it triggers some sort of weird primal fucking like thing in the back of my mind. It's ingrained in my very soul to hear that sound. My week was another week as well, although it was just a hectic moving stuff into the house week. We got like 98% of the stuff over here. The only stuff that's not here at this point is a couple of like, there's like some jackets that haven't made it over yet and like random shit. I'm sure we're gonna randomly find stuff over there that's like hiding in a corner somewhere, but pretty much everything else is here, and so I've been organizing and storing and getting things set aside for like a value village run where we take stuff we just don't fucking need anymore and donate it and things of that nature. That was kind of what this whole week was about. Got some streams in randomly here and there, nighttime. Yesterday I started super early in the day because I couldn't organize anything because Em had worked a night shift and all the stuff to organize was upstairs, so I had to let her sleep. So it's just been kind of a hectic week. And then today, the reason why the podcast starting so fucking late, we left the house early because I was like, man, I know we have a lot of stuff to get. This is our first stock the house day. Right, for the groceries. There's nothing in here. Up until this morning or later, or up until about an hour ago, the only thing in this household was 2 different types of instant coffee and a 1 liter of milk. It was the entire thing that we had in this house. And I said, if I have to pay one more $50 bill to a pizza joint this week, I might freaking kill myself. So we need to go buy some groceries. We're hemorrhaging money at untold speeds. And so we need to go get some groceries. So we got in the car early today and, I was positive. I was like, all right, let's go. Fucking go. Yeah, I had to shovel a little bit this morning, but I was like, we're going to get out early. We're going to beat the, late afternoon bullshit, whatever the fuck. But we got to Costco, and as usual, it doesn't matter what hour of the day you get to Costco. It's absolutely fucking bonkers. Every parking spot is full. You're playing musical cars. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday. And it's packed. And Em was like, why are there so many people here? I said, I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's somewhere between retirement and unemployment. It's the only 2 things I can come up with as to why the entire parking lot of Costco at 12 o'clock on a Thursday would be so turned up. So we get inside and we start buying our shit. And of course, it starts early. You walk through the doors of Costco and you're already seeing shit that you want to buy. There's a mop on the side, some batteries, AA's, AAA's, fucking, they've got shit plastered all over the place. We're loading the cart. We hadn't even walked around the corner where the Swarovski crystal display is, and we already had half our cart fucking full. We hadn't even made it to the food yet. I said, we're going to need another cart. She went and got a second cart. We walked through like every aisle. We bought toaster, all the other random shit we didn't have. By the way, apparently getting a toaster that's not just like a digital front toaster now, I guess that doesn't exist anymore. We've entered the future, Mr. Black, where everything has to be capacitive touch. It's unacceptable to have like a hard button now. You gotta have like everything looking like a cell phone. You take a cell phone and strap it to the front of a fucking toaster so that you can see like a digital countdown timer on it and shit. So we got one of those bad boys and some other things, and of course everything at Costco is huge. So we did need the 2 carts. We got everything going. We were there for I don't know how long because it was truly packed. So like even getting around aisles, and you've been, I know you don't do a lot of grocery shopping, but you've been to Costco a few times because it's Costco. And you know the kind, the types of Costco shopper. So there's always going to be, that one Costco shopper that's got, got their cart or whatever, and they walk. I mean, Costco is a fucking warehouse. It's not a grocery store. It's a fucking warehouse. It is absolutely labyrinthian. It's huge. And the aisles are huge, but still somehow, despite 15-foot wide pathways around aisles, people manage to still block the fucking aisles and walk at a turtle pace. There's always somebody in the middle of the fucking aisle just... And because the carts are huge, because they need to be huge, because everything in Costco is huge, like it blocks the whole thing. And they're like, but then there's like the type that's like, they're elderly. So you're like, okay, that's fine. But then there's like the what was that term that everyone used in the early 2000s when Blue Tool? The guys that walk around, they still have a pager on their hip. They've got a fucking Bluetooth headset in their ear. They're talking to somebody, but you don't know if they actually are, if they're just trying to look important. So they got like and they're talking about like business that doesn't actually make sense. So you're still trying to figure out if they're just like talking about a drug deal or some shit. But they're like walking through and they're going slow because they're talking to somebody about like some fucking like business deal on the side. There's nothing in their cart. Fucking ever. Like why they're in Costco, I don't fucking know. But then there's like the small business owner that has like a convenience store or a little like a mini pizza, like a misuse pizzeria, and they buy everything from Costco, and so they have one cart, and that shit is fucking like 8 feet above the fucking cart, and it's just pallets of fucking Coke products and like 13 different boxes of fucking chips and shit. And I'm like, man, I just want to get through an aisle. But like all of those people, those stereotypes, all of them were out today. Took forever. We finally get to the fucking cash register. I've got so much shit in 2 fucking carts, it's absolutely insane. It takes 3 employees to take all this shit out of the fucking carts and cycle it through, scanning the shit. I got people looking at me funny and shit, and like they're pissed off because they've got like 2 people behind me. They got 2 items in their cart. I've got 4 trillion. I'm that guy today. Usually you go to the grocery store, you see that person, you're like, fuck, this person's got 6,000 items. Fuck, I only have like 1 loaf of bread. Just let me through. No, that was me today. I was that asshole. So I had like 6,000 things. They're ringing the shit through. I'm looking at the dollar amount fucking going up, my blood pressure going up with it. Finally, we get through to the end of that shit. I take out my fucking card that I just like used. Your membership card that's also a credit card that's also like your fucking life insurance card, whatever the fuck like combo shit that Costco's got. I fucking put that bitch in the bottom, put in my bin, press OK, decline. What? I said, excuse me, decline. He said, oh, don't worry about it. Happens sometimes. Like, oh, okay. Running through again. Stick the chip in the bottom. Pin in. Pin OK. Connecting, talking, decline. Fuck! All right, fine. Go into my wallet. I got another MasterCard because I got another MasterCard from fucking another spot. It's like, all right, we take MasterCard because we don't take Visa. Like, of course you don't. Go fuck yourself. So take out the fucking MasterCard. Put it in the bottom. Put my pin in. Decline. What do you mean decline? I haven't used this card in like 9 months. Oh, wait, that's why. Because if you don't use your fucking credit card, they eventually just freeze that shit, and then you gotta go fucking call them again. So I can't use that card. Oh, great. So now I have 3 useless fucking credit cards. They don't take debit. I don't have $900 in cash sitting in my fucking wallet right now. And so like, all right, we're gonna have to take you to the secondary register over there by the food court. They're going to try and sort you out. So he's writing some shit down on a piece of paper, whatever. He hands me the piece of paper. We go over. Em is somewhere. I don't know where the fuck she went. She went to go look in like the book section or some shit. So I'm like walking through the food court with 600,000 other people with 2 carts full 700-pound worth of shit in both carts. I'm trying to like navigate through like elderly women eating fucking soft serve ice cream and shit and fucking trying to get to the goddamn fucking cash register. I finally get there. There's a guy who looks like he's haggard as shit. He doesn't want to be working at Costco anymore, but he knows the benefits are better than anywhere else, so he's still fucking working there. He's like, how can I help you? Like, I don't know. Maybe you can't, but we're gonna try. I just tried like 17 different pieces of plastic. It's all fucking declining. I don't have the cash. What can we do? He said, fuck, give me the paper. So he gives me the paper, he takes the paper, he looks at it, types in like 14 numbers. The system fails to like register anything for like 10 minutes because this thing is like as old as the fucking food court. Finally it works. I take the fucking plastic out, I put the piece of plastic in, dial it in. This one takes 15 times longer to communicate with the fucking server. Decline again. He said, unfortunately, unless you've got a check or cash, you're going to have to go and call CIBC, which is who they moved from American Express to CIBC for their membership cards. You're going to have to go call CIBC. He said, I've got to be honest with you. I suggest you fucking go to the branch because the phone support is useless. And I said, oh, fucking great. Okay, he said, don't worry, we'll hold these carts here while you go sit with the customer support on your cell phone for the next fucking hour and a half. So I was like, oh, amazing. So I go outside of the Costco to call because you can't, you would know this, the Costco, zero signal. That shit is a fucking Faraday cage. There is no signal that comes in and out of that bitch. It is a dead zone. So if you ever want to ghost somebody, go to the food court in a fucking Costco in Halifax because you ain't getting shit in or out of that fucking place. I go out to the car, I call them. You can't hear shit. I have a 5G LTE signal. It's coming in and out, sounding like a fucking X trying to break up. Like, 30 minutes go by, finally. I get somebody on the phone. It's somebody working from home. I can hear them. They're in their own fucking goddamn kitchen. They're walking around slamming cupboard doors, fucking like I hear cutlery in the background. She's like, how can I help you, sir? Just making some fucking shawarma or some shit in her own fucking kitchen. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to pay this fuck, I don't know, like my card's declined. Is there like a balance on it? I haven't used it in like a year. She was like, oh, yeah, I can help you with that. But it actually sounded more like, yeah. That, and finally she looks it up. She says, yeah, it's a balance of $123. I said, 100 and what? So I haven't used this fucking card. Why is there any money on it? I haven't even gotten any mail, like zero letters in the mail. No, nothing. So I don't know, but yeah. I was like, well, can I pay this off? Like, so I can go buy my shit? I've got, all this shit sitting in card. She said, unfortunately, you don't seem to have a CIBC debit account anymore. I said, you're fucking right, because your fucking bank sucks dick. And I left you years ago, but now Costco's using you. She said, well, unfortunately, we can't take payment from anyone else. You're going to have to go to the branch if you need to use your card today. I said, great. Have a fucking great day. Goodbye. Good luck with your shawarma. Hung the fucking phone up. I look at him. I said, Em, I need you to go back in the fucking Costco. You gotta protect those carts because they're gonna start putting away all that shit if we don't fucking hurry up. You gotta get back inside. Great. Okay, so I send her off. I get in the car. I drive to the fucking branch, the local bank branch that's like fucking 5 minutes away. I call mom in the meanwhile because they weren't at home when we left. I said, please, God, tell me you were somewhere near Bears Lake. She said, yeah, we're actually not too far. I said, great. I need you to go spend $800 at Costco for me real quick because I'm going to have to go stand in the fucking line at CIBC for God knows how long to pay this fucking stupid card off so I can use it later. I'll pay you back when we're done. She said, why? What's going on? I said, just fucking Em is in the food court. Go find Em. She'll explain everything when you get there. Like some sort of weird fucking backroom deal. All right, great. So she goes, and the fucking mom and dad go to them. I go to the CIBC. I wait in line up behind some fucking white dude with the $5 fade wearing Yeezys. I'm in that lineup for fucking 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Listen to this people doing their banking shit back and forth. There's only 2 employees. This branch is the size of a Costco. There are 2 people in the middle of the afternoon on a Thursday working a 10 wicker fucking lineup. There's 2 of them. Fuck. So they're for like 30 minutes. They're just walking around the room. Finally, I get up there. I'm like, sir, I have so many groceries sitting in a cart at a fucking Costco. I just want to give you some money to clear this card so that I can go pay for the groceries because Costco only accepts like 3 different forms of payment and I'm not sucking a dick today. So please tell me I can pay this off. He said, great, what could you got your CIBC bank card with you? I said, no, because I left your ass for a better woman. Just let me pay this shit. He said, do you have any cash on you today? I said, what year is it? No, I don't have $200 in cash sitting in my fucking wallet. Do you have checks with you? Do I look 90? Who's walking around with a checkbook? No. He said, well, you're going to have to go on your online banking and pay for it there. I said, yeah, but I'm not going to be able to use my card today. He said, yeah, unfortunate, isn't it? I said, yes, it is. It is unfortunate. So I said, go fuck yourself. And I left the fucking CIBC. And I got back in the car. Mom and Dad, I get back in the Costco parking lot. I see Mom, Dad, and Em walking out the Costco. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get to them. Because Mom texted me. She said, we're just going to take Em home. I said, fuck, I can literally see you right now, but she's not picking up the phone. I'm calling her. It's probably because the latent effect of the fucking Costco not allowing her to be able to receive a phone call. I'm trying to turn right into the parking lot. There is a person in front of me with their right blinker on. No, I would have fucking killed somebody at that point. I try to turn right into the fucking, like, one of the lanes. Unfortunately, you know, again, Costco, when people are leaving the store, they don't fucking give a shit about cars coming through there. So you have to wait an hour to move 3 inches in that Costco parking lot if you're anywhere near the entry and exit door. There's another person in a car in front of me. They're trying to turn right where I just saw Mom, Dad, and Em walking out of the store with our $6 trillion worth of fucking groceries that they just paid for. And I'm waiting. They get the signal light on, and they're just parked there in like a half. They're like half into the lane, half not. And I sit there, and they're not moving. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like a full minute goes by. They haven't moved. I start honking the horn. No response. They're just sitting there. I'm like fucking laying the horn on, and they're just not fucking moving. As it turns out, they waited 5 minutes for somebody to leave the fucking parking spot so that they could take the fucking parking spot, but they blocked the entire road up in order to do that shit. Finally, get in the car, get down the fucking road. I find Mom and Dad, like, they're loading the freaking car up. They see me. I'm like, oh, okay. Everything goes in. We leave the Costco. We go to the Superstore next. I get inside. I said, I only got like 5 items to fucking get in here. So I go in there, I get the items, put them in the cart. I go out there. It is bedlam in this place. Because again, 14,000 wickets, 2 people working. So the lineups are like 48 people long. I said, fuck this shit. I'm using the self-checkout. Go to the self-checkout. I start ringing things through. I'm ringing it through. I'm watching again. I'm watching the fucking dollar amount go up, and my blood pressure's still fucking rising with it, and I'm already fucking high. $20. Fucking ring all this shit through. I ring the avocado through. It rings it through as $20. I said, fucking excuse me? There are 4 avocados in this bag. What do you mean $20? And I read on the screen like, what is this? It ain't avocados. What does it think it is? It's the self-checkout fuckery. It doesn't even list something. It just says $20 for a fucking like unregistered item. I said, no, cancel that shit. It said, wait, somebody's gonna have to come over here and cancel that item for you. I said, fuck. So I take the freaking avocados off it. I try to restart everything. It won't let me. I say, fuck it. I scan everything else. I get it all the way through. I go to pay now. It says, somebody will be with you to help you in a moment. Screen goes fucking black. The light above it starts blinking red. Somebody has to come over and help me. Unfortunately, that one fucking employee getting paid sub-minimum wage is already helping a fucking 87-year-old woman behind me on another fucking cash register because it's happening to her too. So I gotta wait for him to go through that and do all that bullshit. Then he fucking turns around. Some other guy tries to cut in line in front of me being the one when he had the issue after me because all of the self-checkouts are on fire all at the same time. I said, nah, fuck that shit. You come over here and you fucking help me. He says, oh, there's too many of you. Doesn't even look at my shit. Takes out a fucking card, swipes on the screen, says, pay for it. I said, great, awesome. Paid for it. Go to leave the store. Leave the front door. In my mind, I swear to God, I said, ring the alarm. I dare you. I walk through the door. Alarm goes off. Wheel locks up on the fucking cart. I'm stuck in the fucking lobby. I'm like, God.
I would have just left. I didn't give a fuck. I'd have like, I'm out of here. Fuck all these guys.
Cartwheel fucking locks up and shit. Employee comes over. Can I help you? I said, I don't know. Can you? I'm just trying to leave the store. I just had another employee clear this shit 5 seconds ago at the self-checkout. He said, all right, hold on 1 sec. I'll go in. Has to go inside. I'm standing in the fucking the fucking entryway for like another 5 minutes to come up with an NFC card. Swipe the fucking wheel. All right, you're good to go. I get that shit in the car. I came home. I have never in my life, dude. I never in my life, I looked at him, I said, I almost became a serial killer today. It almost happened. It almost happened. Just
Wow.
unbelievable. So that was my day, which sounded like a week, but it was just my day.
Sounded like a month, bro. You mean a week?
Grand total
Holy.
$990 to stock the house for the first time. That's not just groceries, of course. We got all sorts of other shit. We got, your fucking bathroom cleaners and all that bullshit. And so we bought as much as we could at Costco because, base Costco. But yeah, fuck me, dude. So there you go. That's the entire podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Fuck, man. If you ended it there, I wouldn't even complain. I'd be like, bro. It's just that.
That was the show. So I got home.
Wow.
I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, it's 7 minutes to 4. I messaged Jeff. I was like, it's got to be 4:30, bro. I got to write this podcast. I haven't even sat down yet. So we got a little bit of a show. We opened up the Q&A to everyone in case this ends up being too short here for other reasons. We'll answer some questions. We'll make it a good show. But let's get on to some gaming news real quick, Mr. Black. For a lot of people excited to get their hands on collector's editions of the much anticipated Resident Evil 4 remake, and there are several people because this remake is looking pretty fucking good. It just got a bit depressing for many, unfortunately. So many of them that ordered this in-store or online through GameStop have been informed that their collector's edition is not going to be fulfilled, and many of those orders are being canceled altogether. In an internal memo that came out states that it's because the stock management software, I don't mean the meme stock that everyone's buying on Reddit right now, I mean the actual, stock items in the store, kind of a stock. The management software that they switched to in the last few months is apparently the cause of the errors that led to this. And I just gotta say in here, while I'm out of breath after recanting my fucking glorious story, why is anyone buying shit at GameStop anymore?
I don't know. That's actually a solid question. I don't remember the last time I've been in a GameStop. I've been at the mall several times, especially over the holiday season. And I see the store there. I look.
It exists.
I look at it from the hallway, and then I realize it's 90% Popo, Funko, whatever toys, and a bunch of other merchandise shit, and I just keep walking. There is nothing inviting about GameStop or EB Games or whatever the fuck they call them. It looks like a overstocked, crammed. It's like if I took all of my video games and my random toys and shit and put them in a closet, like a walk-in closet, and just jam-packed it all. It gives me anxiety just looking inside there. It's not inviting. They have nothing in there. They don't have consoles up for display where you can go in and play whatever and test out games. They just got TV screens on the walls that are playing the same loop trailers of the same shit over and over and over again, with usually one girl and one guy sitting behind the counter, and they're wearing
and they both hate their job,
and they
bro.
hate their fucking job. They fucking hate it. And I just refuse to put myself in that position. I'm just like, no, I got enough problems in my life. I don't want to walk into EB Games right now.
You know, it kind of makes me sad. I know back when they did it, I was behind it because when we used to have, like Jeff said, EB Games, which is Electronics Boutique. It was the Canadian game store before the American company did what they always do, which is come into Canada and buy the Canadian branch and ruin everything. So they came in, bought Electronics Boutique. Now, if you went back into the Electronics Boutique back in the day, you had people working there who actually knew what they were talking about, actually enjoyed their job because they were getting paid reasonable money and had and just didn't hate themselves.
Yeah,
mostly because they
video
actually
games.
They like video games. And they were selling
excited.
video games. They weren't selling Funko Pops or keychains or Nerf guns or $5 burner phones for drug dealers locally. They were actually just selling video games.
Bro, you're just comedic gold today, man. I'm about to just stop. You became a stand-up comedian in the last 30 minutes, man. Keep going, bro. I'm enjoying it.
It's like, remember, everyone said this shit before. Any comedian said this shit before, but everyone gets funny when their life is just like a meme for It's true.
So true.
And they're up front, like the one in Halifax Shopping Center. You walk in and it's the first fucking kiosk right on the right-hand side. It's like some fucking 2009 Nokia phone that has like the 1-inch square fucking screen, and that's like the entire thing. And it's like you'll buy minutes through some company we've never heard of before. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it used to be fucking fire. Like EB Games was fire. And you know what was amazing about EB Games as well? When you pre-ordered games there, you actually got them on day one.
Yeah.
That happened. And now as soon as GameStop came in and bought them out, you pre-order a game at GameStop, and I don't remember one time I pre-ordered a game there. I stopped fucking like 15 years ago now, or more. But I don't remember a time where I would pre-order one after they bought them out, and I actually got my game on day one. It was always like, oh, the stock or whatever, because they'd always oversell their pre-orders, and then they'd like never have anything in the store or anywhere, and then you could just walk to like a Walmart and walk in the front door.
Bro, I had a moment just before I went to Vegas. I went to Best Buy. All right, actually, before I get to that, when I was like 14 years old, right around that, maybe I was 13. Was this when I lived on your street or not?
If you were 13, I think you'd moved.
I don't think so.
That's right on the border.
I think because I think I was 14 years old when I or was just turning 14 when I moved on your street.
Yeah.
But one way or another, I'm pretty sure it was just before I moved. But anyway, I remember shoveling snow all winter
to buy a game.
Yes. So I shoveled a bunch of snow all winter long. And I remember this because it was after Christmas, and I didn't get the game that I wanted because I ended up choosing something else. So I shoveled a bunch of snow, and I made some money, and I ended up getting on the Metro Transit. This was like my first ever, like I've been on the bus and stuff before, but like I remember getting on the Metro Transit. I had some cash in my pocket, and I was a young kid, all right, just a young teenager, and I took a bus all the way to Halifax Shopping Center. And I went to EB Games, and I went and bought Pokemon Snap for the N64.
Oh shit!
So when I got there, it was an experience because I had got there. When I got in, they had the kiosk there with N64 set up. Pokemon Snap was like on display. There was a lineup when you walked in there. Everybody was just like talking about video games. I remember the guy, the dude that got me the game from the back. I remember him asking me like, you know, have I seen the game yet? They had like a guidebook and all this other stuff, and he ended up upselling me on the guidebook, and because there was like Pokemon that were like hidden that you could use the book for. Anyway, it was an event. It was an experience, and it was a really good one. Like it was part of. Like, I remember getting back on the bus and opening up the game and looking in the manual and checking out the cartridge and all this stuff. And I was so excited to get home and play it. And I get home and I play the game and whatever. The game was fun and I enjoyed it and whatnot. But before I went to Vegas there a month ago or 2 months ago, back in January, I was like, my son had just beaten Pokemon, whatever the fuck game I had gotten him, one of the new ones. He had beat the game. Kayla had beaten the game. He still plays it because he's trying to collect them all and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get him a new game, and they had the new Pokemon Snap. So I had this moment where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy him. I'm gonna go buy him the game, and I'm gonna give it to him before I go, and he can catch all kinds of Pokemon and show me pictures and stuff when I get back. So I drive out to Best Buy, out in Bears Lake. And I go in there, bro. It was because I don't know. I was almost like kind of trying to relive my childhood a little bit because I was like, man, I was like excited to get him Pokemon Snap. And I go in there, and the whole place, it's the experience of buying a game is just not what it used to be.
No.
And I go there and I go to the shelf and the game's not even on the shelf. It's like a fucking it's
card?
like a card. It's a
Because
fucking
they have them locked behind
Yeah.
the fucking yeah.
I grab the card, I go up there, and he's like, "All right, sir, let me go and grab that for you." And then he like goes out back into a locked case, and he like takes the shit out, and he hands me the Switch game, and it's in this little tiny shit fucking box with no manual, no nothing, just a little fucking card in there, and it cost me $119. and I'm just like, you know what, man? What the fuck? Like, the magic is dead. It's gone. It's over.
Super dead, bro.
It's over. It's done. It's just like, why even buy games in a store anymore? Just fucking buy them digitally and be done with it. The experience to go in and buy a game, it's non-existent. Like, everybody is just miserable, hates their lives. Everything is priced. I don't know, man. It's just different.
It
It's
is. I mean, well, you go in, you see you see the cards, like you said, and then they have to pull it out from like out back. At least they're not doing like the GameStop thing, where remember for like a few years they pre-opened all the fucking boxes.
Oh my fuck! And they'd go in a drawer and they like siphon through like a bunch of discs. You know when you used to burn a bunch of music CDs and you'd like go through and they're all in those little fucking yellow plastic shit things. And then and you'd buy it's brand new game and they'd pull the disc out and then they'd take it. I gotta find the box. And then they go in and find the box and open it up and then like show you the back to like show you that it's not scratched to shit and then put it in there and then here you go. It's like, what the fuck?
You know what that shit is? That's them setting it up so that you don't question when you come back and it's not a brand new game and they're just selling you a used game. 100%.
100%, bro. They're keeping that fucking stuff sealed in the back and those bullshit trade-ins that they give you for $14.28 on a game that came out 3 weeks ago. And they're upselling it to you for $79.99, and then they put it in that fucking shit, and you don't even get the satisfaction of opening up the fucking game.
It's not even wrapped anymore.
You don't even get to break the seal. Like, suck a dick. That shit should be illegal, bro.
I think they did eventually rule that they weren't allowed to do that shit because, like,
Holy fuck.
It was just too easy for shit to go sideways. But it's true. Like, I wish people. I wish that they still like. I can understand why they don't, to a degree, but I wish for like bigger main releases of games and whatnot, they still did, you know, a proper case with a printed manual and the whole fucking deal, so that there was at least some magic to some shit, because it does take away a bit of the personal attachment to a game when you're just downloading it online. I gotta be honest, there is something about buying a game physically that you already have a generally speaking positive net attachment to it before you even play it. You download a game, you just start playing it, like you just feel like you don't give a shit.
It's actually known. When you download a video game and you don't buy a physical copy, you just download it, you lose 2 days of your life. Like it's actually been proven. You lose 2 full days of your actual living life.
You never get them back.
Something dies inside of you.
It is unfortunate.
But
I wish they did.
5 days if you go into fucking GameStop in 2023.
You don't even have to buy anything. You lose 5 days just for walking generally in the direction of one of their storefronts.
The only way you ever win with anything associated with GameStop is to like get on a meme stock buy and pray to fuck that short sell off or some shit, and then you diamond hands the fucking. It's the only way you get any type of feeling through GameStop. I bought that shit meme stock, bro, and everybody was telling me, "Diamond hands, bitch, diamond hands." I said, "Hell no, I'm fucking selling." Paid like $6 and then bought again at $7.50, and I cashed the fuck out at like 40-something bucks.
Oh yeah.
Out of here. They're like, "Bro, it hit 60. I don't give a fuck. Where is it now, bitch? Your diamond hands, your money's dead." Just like the damn brand. It's fucking awful.
Bro, when the CEO came out, they basically just admitted that they're just riding the fucking meme stock.
100%, dude. 100%. I don't know. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked.
We're getting sidetracked.
Whatever. It's like we're already short on time. I got to fucking dip in like 45 minutes.
That's true. Okay, so and here we go. Square Enix, Mr. Black, just in the soulless fucking video game category. Square Enix released their first teaser trailer for their NFT game, Symbiogenesis, and you definitely can't buy that bitch at a fucking GameStop in your local fucking mall. They released a teaser trailer. It looks like some sort of isometric thing, but they said there's going to be 10,000 NFT characters who will each have a unique design. Woo!
And nobody gives a fuck.
Zero fucks, bro.
There is not a person. I could get 1 million souls to line up, and I could each ask them, do you give a fuck? And all 1 million will say no.
There's gonna be like 3 crypto bros that are still on Twitter hoping, that this all flips.
No.
That are still asking the question, everyone's buying like in-game items. Why aren't you behind this?
Because it's a shit idea. That's why.
Buckle up, everyone. We're entering the next Twitch chapter, Mr. Black. I'm sure you saw this perhaps earlier today, but maybe not. But Emmet is officially stepping down from the company. No longer going to be CEO. He's backing out entirely, it seems. And Dan Clancy, who is the current president of Twitch, and who was also the dude that let everyone know in that blog post a while back about the new revenue share model, and so everyone liked him immediately, is going to be taking over as CEO.
The revenue share model. Oh, you're talking about the thing
the 70-30. Yeah, it's like the
55, isn't it the 55% of the ad take?
No, his blog post was the you get so legacy 70-30 accounts get 70-30 up to the first $100,000 and then 50-50 above 100,000. He's the guy that posted that blog post because he was the president at the time.
I looked this guy up. I don't know if it's the right dude or not, but
he's what you definitely call eccentric.
Eccentric. I wouldn't even say that. Is he the guy that's like he's an older gentleman? He's like he looks like he's 60 years old. And he's kind of like he's an outdoorsy dude and like a bit of a hippie looking from like the 70s.
Yep.
Looks like he still partakes in.
He likes the ganja. He buys his burner phones from GameStop.
Listen, man. It seems like he lives a happy free life.
He's chilling.
He just does not. He just does not look like the type to be running Twitch.
No.
But hey.
Neither was Emmet, if we're gonna be fucking honest.
No, but I mean, Emmet was still kind of like young and hip, and he kind of had this like gamer vibe. I don't get that vibe from this guy at all. And I mean, I'm not trying to judge a man simply on his, what he shows us. I am sure he is a very intelligent, business-oriented individual, and there's a reason why he's in the position he is in today. And I wish him all the luck. But when I looked him up, because I was like, who the fuck is Dan Clancy? I looked him up. I said, what the fuck? Wait, is this? I thought I Googled the wrong dude. He looked like, what's his face? That old, like, country music singer or the, not country music. God damn. Some singer. And he sings, too. I went on his Twitch channel, and he's, like, playing guitar.
Like Willie Nelson?
Like, Willie Nelson. He looks like fucking Willie Nelson a little bit. I'm like, this guy's the new CEO. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we'll see what he's got. But when I look at him, Twitch is actually the last thing that I can envision. It's just like
I feel like he's the CEO of like Patagonia or some shit. Like I don't think he's
yeah, but like of Twitch. I mean, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, maybe he's gonna be awesome. I mean, all the power to him. But yeah, I was just shocked. I was like. Okay.
I remember I had the same reaction the first time I saw him when they announced that he was going to be the new president, and I was like, wow, okay, fucking yeah, why not? But he's there now. We'll see what he does with it.
I mean, is he going to be there forever? Is this just like a placeholder? Because this seemed very like
they didn't call him they didn't call him interim or anything like that.
No, like maybe he's just the guy now.
Emmett just said, look, I just had my first child and thinking
I've made
about
hundreds of millions of dollars. I've probably got $1 billion worth of Amazon stock. Hey, I'm, why in the fuck am I going to be a target and a martyr here on fucking Twitter whenever something goes on because we're trying to make this company profitable? Fuck all this. I got a family and a life, and I got wealth for my kids. So deuces. Willie Nelson, take over, brother. I know you're going to do a great job. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I'm waiting for Dolly Parton to buy into Twitch next week. Get this shit real popping off. But yeah, he's gone. Good luck, Emmet. I feel like Emmett's been checked out the game for about 5 years now anyway.
Yeah.
He'd only come out of the woodwork like occasionally and be like, try to like support some initiative thing or whatever the fuck, or if the company was being, under fire, he might once in a while come down and talk. But like every time I heard him like do before the plague, and they were still doing like the in-person shit for TwitchCon, and he'd have like his spiel that he'd give or whatever. Like there were like the last 3 of them that he gave, or 2 or 3 of them he gave, they just sounded like the man was just going through the motions, and so we'll see what Willie Nelson does.
Yeah,
we'll see what
I wish him all the best, and maybe this will be an actual turn for the better. Who knows?
Who knows? Tune in next week to find out. Let's see. Where are we now? It seems crazy, but we're hearing whisperings about a PS5 Pro model being in development already, Mr. Black. Now, of course, this wouldn't be out next Tuesday, mind you, but people were saying like maybe a 2024, 2025. 2024 seems fucking early, but nevertheless. They've had a Pro model before. It wouldn't shock me if they were going for a Pro model, but for me, I feel like, I feel like we just barely entered this generation. 2, we're only just recently getting games that are quasi-specific to this generation and not just, PS4 and PS5 or whatever the fuck. So it feels like we've barely left the door, and it makes it even more feel like that, I think, because we only just hit to a point where supply is even approaching meeting demand at the stores to be able to buy these consoles. So I know they're still like thinking 2 years out or whatever the fuck, but they also mentioned, the same person that mentioned that this is what's being discussed internally right now for Sony anyway, is that they are targeting some sort of end of life for this generation of about 2028. And so 2025, 3 years before they bow out, a Pro model or some secondary model is likely. It's just weird to hear about because it feels like we haven't even started this fucking generation.
We haven't. I mean, let's be real. When did the PS5 come out? In like 2018? When did the PS5 come out?
Later than that.
2019?
It was like late 2019, I think. I don't know, because again, like the last couple of years just mean nothing.
April 2019.
Yeah.
So, the PlayStation 4, launched. It was announced the successor to the PlayStation 4 April. Oh, it launched November 12th of 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, well, I mean, yeah, it's brand fucking new. I mean, and COVID hit. So
which just smashed everything.
Which is, I mean, we haven't experienced, I'll be honest, I'm actually disappointed with this generations of consoles, both Xbox and PS5. It's extremely lackluster. And this is coming from an ignorant dude that doesn't play a whole lot of console games. I own one PS5 game, and I own 0 Xbox games, none. I just have the console, and I just played the shit digitally, and I don't even play it digitally, but I did like a sponsored thing. I have them both, but like I've seen the gameplay. Obviously, I live on Twitch, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. And the reason why I'm not impressed is because the console hasn't even. It's like if the console was a baby right now, we're in the stages of like 10 years old, where like where it's like it can now like have conversations with people and remember things, and I don't know, it has its like first crush and shit, but like it doesn't even have balls, it doesn't even have fucking hair on its nuts yet. Like it hasn't even busted a nut yet. It hasn't even matured into a full blown buck. A bull. The shit is like a straight up fucking. It's Bambi right now. It's how are you even talking about another PlayStation when you can't even go to Walmart and buy the fucking one that you currently have? You still have scalpers selling fucking PS5s for $1,100.
What
you ain't got that problem with Xbox.
What the
but
fuck is a Pro model supposed to do exactly anyway? Because we don't even know what the current model can do.
PS5 can do. They're just making PS5 games now, where it's not like available on PS4 and PS5. It's just like, dude, no, I don't foresee another version of PlayStation coming out for like
2025 is like the for
6
me.
years.
Oh, you know what I'd rather see, honestly? Because you have a PS5 as well, so you would maybe you'll agree. I'd rather a PS5 Slim before a PS5 Pro. Because the PS5, bro, that is the biggest console I've ever owned by miles.
It's a computer, bro. It's like a tower. It's like half a tower.
It's mammoth.
Yeah, it's big.
And it's awkward as shit. They managed to design a console in which, in order to put it in its default position of being on its side, you have to manually attach a plastic foot.
Yeah, it looks like a rejected Dubai building idea.
It might very well be. They just looked at the Burj Khalifa and were like, what if we just turn that bitch sideways?
Yeah, why not? It's just like, oh, you know what? We were going to build this fucking tower in Dubai, but, they've already got 5 of them. So here is the idea. Do you want to patent it and make it into a console? It's about the size of one of those buildings.
Dude, you can haul that bitch out and rent it for $3,000 a month in California.
Fuck, you at least get $1,800 a month here in Nova Scotia. Fuck, it's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got a nice sized backyard. Driveway's paved.
Heat pump included.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, no. Dude, I don't even want to discuss a fucking next PS5, bro. This one you can't even buy still. Fucking 3 years later. Dude, I'm telling you, tomorrow if I went out there, I said, Adam, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to try and buy a PS5 as an experiment.
Good luck.
I could go to 20 fucking stores in the entire province, and they're all going to look at me, pardon my French, like I'm retarded. They're going to go, are you serious? Are you fucking dumb? There is no way in fuck we have a PS5. Go refresh a website on an eclipsed day when you might have a chance.
You know what I did? I followed 4 different Twitter accounts that followed stock on every fucking online retailer, and I had all of them with notifications set, and it still took me 2-3 weeks to finally get to a spot fast enough to purchase the fucking console.
Yeah. No, you can't even talk about you literally, I actually think it's offensive for them to even put anything out there publicly about the next PS5 version. Bitch, fill the fucking stores up with your current PS5. Why are we even talking about the next thing yet? Even a slim model. Because there's going to be a bunch of people out there that already got a PS5 that are just going to go out and buy the slim because it's the new thing. And you're going to have the same problem. And then when the PS5 fat ass ones are going to call it the PS5 fats, like they did the PS3s, and they come in stock, people are going, hey, I don't want that. I want the slim. I want the one that's been on Weight Watchers. I don't want the Dubai building anymore. Nah.
Seriously though, give me a PS5 Slim. I take that all day. I like that PS2 Slim is one of my favorite console designs of all time. Like you've seen the PS2 Slims or whatever.
I've both.
You probably have like 5 of them.
I got like 3 of them chilling here.
Yeah, they're the silver one. Fire, love it. We need a PS5 Slim. But nevertheless, yeah, there you go. So whispers of that already, and we don't even know what the fuck the thing can currently do as is. CSGO 2 is happening. That came out of nowhere. Just middle of the week, somebody was like, "Hey, CSGO 2," and I said, "What?" So, yeah, didn't you hear about it? It's totally a thing. It's coming out soon. I said, "Excuse me." Valve is making a game, let alone CSGO 2. Is that even legal? Can you do that? And so they are, apparently. And so, I'm interested to see what the movement from CSGO to CSGO 2 might be in the pro scene. And what because I'm sure, bro, CSGO's been around a long time. It's going to, people are going to be stuck in their ways.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be tough. But you know what I think will be more interesting is how many of the younger pros that move from CSGO to Valorant are going to move from Valorant back for CSGO 2.
I think this is the reason why they're doing it. I think they're losing part of the market, and it's very evident they are. I mean, CSGO is still a very big game, but Valorant is actually doing well. There's a lot of people play the fucking game. I haven't played it in a long ass time, but I think Valve is like, you know what? We can't let the new dog come in and kind of outclass us with this new version. So let's go ahead and bring back, because people are tired of, I'm only thinking like Valve here. Valve's probably like, people are tired of these magic wielding fucking gunslinging, riot shit, Valorant type game. Let's bring it back to the basics. Let's update our game. Bring back, I don't even want to say bring back because it's already here, but let's just revamp what we already have, modernize it a little bit, and create some hype. And, everybody and their dog is going to run over and fucking play this game, including them Valorant players. It's guaranteed.
I think there'll be a fair amount of movement too, because a lot of the people that moved from CS:GO 1 to Valorant were guys that were, like I said, were like relatively young, and they weren't. They were like probably the B team in CS:GO. They weren't the guy or whatever. So they were like, I need to go somewhere where my skills in CS:GO can transfer. Valorant was literally designed for that. And so you take a guy that is mid in CS:GO and move them over to Valorant, and they're going to do real well right out of the fucking gate. And so, but I'll be interested, to see if they want to stick with it or if they're going to hop on this train early and try out CS:GO 2 as well. I'm just interested to see how it does. Period. Because
see what it looks like.
Bring in a sequel to CS:GO is a bold move, Cotton. I mean, that is I never thought.
Is it just going to be like, whoa, like, is it going to fucking look like Call of Duty? Or is it going to look like fucking Team Fortress 2? Is it going to look like I have no idea, because they didn't show anything, right? Like, we don't know.
Well, we know that traditionally guys that are playing CS:GO, they like to be able to run that at like as fast as humanly possible, right? Like ungodly fucking, like how many thousands of frames can you crank out of this bitch at any given time? Now, do I think they're going to target that? Maybe not necessarily. A lot of the CS:GO pros or CS:GO, just before CS:GO, Counter-Strike pros and stuff back in the day, or even like Unreal guys, if they had a CRT that had like a 75 hertz or something refresh rate, pushing something like that. So they're probably going to target where they want as many computers as humanly possible to be able to play this at a bare minimum of 60 FPS, targeting something where like the bare minimum on like a slightly below average rig is hitting 120 at 1080p, because I think they're going to target like high frame rates. So, and this is the new, I think this is supposed to be based on the new Source engine, and the old Source engine was pretty performant. So if this is anything like that, they might not have that hard of a time hitting those targets. But do I think it's going to be like Unreal Engine 5? I don't think so, because it would just be too hard to run on too much. They want this bitch to run on a hamster-powered fucking like Intel Celeron.
I've got a bit of a hot take.
Hit me!
I think CS:GO 2 is not necessarily going to be a carbon copy of CS:GO.
Okay.
I think you're going to get a hybrid between a Valorant and CS:GO. And the reason why I think that is because they are officially going to be competing against CS:GO. And they have to understand that no matter what game they put out, the successor of CSGO, a large amount of people are going to stay on CSGO. No matter what type of game is coming out, it doesn't fucking matter. That game is still going to remain popular, and there is still going to be a massive scene for the original CSGO. And I think that they would be smart to almost create a competitor to Valorant, and not necessarily a competitor to CSGO, but still have it there so that the CSGO players can go to number 2 and enjoy it, but have it be modern with some new things. That's my hot take. I could be completely wrong, and they could literally be trying to burn and close down CSGO, but I can't foresee, like, what are they going to do with all the skins and all of the stuff that people have amassed over all of this time? And are they really going to, like, I don't think this is going to be a Starcraft Brood War to Starcraft 2. I don't think we're getting that. I think we're going to be getting something a little bit different. But then again, it's called CSGO 2. It's not called
something totally different.
Like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be it's going to deviate from CSGO, but not so much that when you're playing the game, it feels as though you're playing CSGO, but you're playing something different. I think that's where they're going with this. And I think they're going to try and create another following and another league or another esport with this game, while simultaneously still having the original CSGO and everything that came with it. I don't think it's going to shut down. That's my hot take. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a take on it myself at all, just because I'm so shocked that it's even happening, and it came out of nowhere. Like there's no warning on this bitch. This just like popped up out of the ether, and I don't know. I don't play it, so it does, like, but I would be okay with either of those scenarios, because I could make a case for why either of those scenarios makes sense. You could make a case for it more or less being like like somebody was saying in chat, like more akin to an Overwatch 2 scenario. I just
don't see that happening. Like I don't know. Like Blizzard had to do that, right? Overwatch was dying, dead, like literally. So Overwatch, they needed Overwatch 2 just to create some hype. Dude, Overwatch 2 is Overwatch with one less fucking person on your team, and that's virtually it. There's like some rule changes. Outside of that, it's the fucking same game. Now, it's fun. It runs well. I played quite a bit of it not too long ago. Fine. But I just don't see CSGO doing exactly what Blizzard did. I just don't. Why? They're not in a position they don't need to do it. So why do it? And it's Valve. They don't do this shit.
Well, that's why I'm so confused. Like, CSGO just, again, somebody's mentioned this in chat, and it's true, CSGO just set, like, fucking concurrent player records.
Yeah.
Just in the last, like, 2 weeks.
Why?
It's not like the game is crumbling below them. The esport's still burgeoning. Lots of people playing the game. Like, there's, like, what is the incentive for them to do it? So, and maybe we won't know until the game actually just straight up fucking drops.
Like, are they just going to close? Like, are they going to go, hey, CSGO 2 is out. We are literally shutting down CSGO. You can bring all of your stuff and import it into CSGO 2. And now you're playing this new version. The problem with doing that, if the game sucks, or if the game, because you know how
if it breaks anything,
oh my fuck, it breaks anything. I mean, bro,
if a flash setup is even a pixel fucking different,
game over, bro. You have literally just ruined the juggernaut that you and the community has kept alive for all this time and that people love. So why would you ever do that? Ever. It's like remaking Star Wars. We just talked about it last week. Why would you do that? Why? Are you going to recreate the whole thing the moment you fuck up one thing? People will be like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try. Whoa, My frames just dropped from 782 to 780. This game's shit. That's what's gonna happen. Why would they take that risk? I think there's more to it, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like maybe there's something we're missing that it's only going to become, evident upon release.
Yeah.
When everyone has it, it's not just some sort of beta access thing where now we just get. I don't fucking know. At this point, it could be tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I've heard a date yet. Maybe there is, but I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah.
My guess is like relatively soon.
Yeah, at least the beta, right?
Yeah. Well, there already talks about like some sort of beta access. So
CSGO 2 is set to release in March 2023 with a beta, like this month.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It's so random.
And does this mean Half-Life 3 is coming?
It's like if Blizzard just announced Starcraft 3 and beta's coming out this month. What? Except that, like, StarCraft 2 is dead. So, like, why? It's like, I don't know. I'm mind fucked about it. I mean, I'm excited for CSGO fans. Like, I mean, I guess, like.
Oh, people are probably fucking stoked about it, honestly. Because I don't think anyone on their bingo card for 2023 had CSGO 2 written down.
CSGO Twitter is just baiting hype right now. There's no date. Oh, okay. Well, it's unless it's literally CSGO, but just
ported an engine. Yeah.
It just like in a new engine. It's the same
It could very well be that.
Because if that's it, makes sense. And it's like, okay, wow, we're just getting an improvement. But outside of that, I don't know.
Whew. Activision Blizzard. Speaking of Blizzard, quick couple updates. On that acquisition, FTC filed a complaint against Microsoft for refusing to provide. My phone actually on fucking sound. It is. Well, fuck me. FTC filed a complaint against Microsoft for refusing to provide documents. Although Microsoft up to this point have literally provided millions of documents to this case thus far. The way that it's written is also super weird. So, like, the way that I had to, like, read it multiple times, but it seems like it's kind of fucking weird to me. So, they say, like, the way that some people are interpreting it is that it's been 24 separate requests for documents that Microsoft haven't provided. But when you read it, it actually looks more like it's 24 different documents that they've requested one time, and then they have been, like, combined into like the headline is 24 requests to make it so that it sounds like it's Microsoft being asked 24 times for one document, when in reality it seems like it's 24 documents asked one time. I don't know what they are. I can't imagine what it is that they're even looking for at this point. It must be it's some infinitesimally small thing, I would imagine. But nevertheless, further than that, Sony argues that they made Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 exclusives after the ZeniMax buyout. Yeah, no shit. Just like Sony makes lots of other shit that they do or bought out exclusive to theirs. It's kind of what happens.
Yep.
Really? I think everyone understood. Nobody had to say that out loud. I think everyone knew that. That's why Microsoft is making all these insanely long 10-year fucking deals so that the market can prepare for this and it doesn't just happen overnight, where all of a sudden snap and everything goes away, even though we all know we're only really talking about fucking Call of Duty here. Nobody else is talking about Blizzard or any other fucking, like, it's literally Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Speaking of those deals, Microsoft signed like 3 or 4 more of those. So the list is just getting even fucking longer. And several companies have wrote to, I think the number, several might be exaggerated. It might be, I think there might have been like somewhere between 4 and 6. I think it was 6. Unprompted, it appears, contacted regulators to back the sale, that they were for it. I mean, the list of complainers about it to begin with, it used to be NVIDIA was part of it, but now they don't care because Microsoft signed a deal with them, so they stopped caring. Google doesn't even have Stadia anymore. The Stadia is dead. So
gone.
Google's opinion, what does Google's opinion even fucking matter? And really, so at this point, you're looking at more or less, it's just Sony.
Bro, this deal is going through. It's just a matter of time.
It's happening.
100% happening. And you know what I'll love is if Microsoft goes, guess what, Sony? There ain't no 10-year deal anymore. It's off the table. because I got the for Call of Duty. I've got the support of everybody, and you're just a whiny bitch because you're used to having your way. You like to have your cake and eat it too. And God forbid that you actually have some competition and you're going to be forced to go out there and spend some money and make some games like the rest of us. And I'm a Sony fanboy. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'll probably buy Starfield if the game is good. Outside of that, I couldn't give two fucks about Microsoft. I don't care about Blizzard anymore. I have no stake in the game. But Sony's acting like a little bitch. And they're getting fucking played right now. And they're looking like that bully on the school ground that has been beating the shit out of everybody. They've been picking on him. And now the fucking bully, the person getting bullied, went home and said, Dad, Sony just keeps punching me in the face every time after school and on the bus. He give me, head noggins and all this other shit. And the dad said, you know what, son? Next time that motherfucker does that, I want you to take your hand. I want you to make a fist. And I want you to punch him straight in the dick as hard as you can. And you know what? If you get your ass beat in the process, you were getting your ass beat anyway. So just fucking whap him and see what happens. And that fucking person that got bullied on the bus, here comes Sony. Derp, derp. Hey, asshole, how do you like getting fucked? And he's like, yeah, dick shot. and fucking Sony started crying hard. Why'd you hit me? And everybody on the bus there ain't helping because they've seen it. And now Sony has got to sit there and fucking take it. And I hope that Microsoft fucks them harder when it comes to Call of Duty. I fucking hope. They probably won't. They're probably, because it's not just, because you got to think about it. They're going to sell more copies around if they put it on Sony. They're just going to sell more copies. They're going to make more money. And they're going to look like the good guy as well to the fans, and they're going to win people over. But I think if they can just keep it out there for everybody for several more years, and then down the road say, hey, listen, guys, we gave you all the chance. Like, we did what we needed to do, but hey, we got to make it exclusive now. We got to make it exclusive. Or it could be one of the CODs. It could be like, Black Ops is now only going to be exclusive on Xbox, while Modern Warfare is on everything. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think it's inevitable. And I just think you're watching the big bad bully on the school ground finally have somebody stand up to them, and they're looking around saying, is anybody here gonna help me out? You gonna take my side? And everyone's just standing there watching, laughing, pointing, saying, you know what? You had it coming. I'm on the bullied side on this one. I think that's what's happening right now.
Bro,
and they got to deal with it.
Bro, you know what the irony of all this is? As this is all happening, Sony, it's just like everything comes out. Sony's setting records. They're the number one. They got massive they've got the massive market fucking domination everywhere. They just set some more records this week. The whole market is down except Sony's up, and they're just sitting there like, holy shit, if we lose Call of Duty.
I mean, bro, let's be real here. It'll hurt them, but it ain't gonna fucking kill. It ain't gonna, dude. It's gonna be a fucking drop in the bucket.
You know what? If I'm Sony, I say take the fucker. You're spending all this money, biggest acquisition in history. Do it. You know why? Because Microsoft has bought how many studios and how many intellectual property have they actually fucking used of any of those fucking studios?
Zero.
Almost zero.
Almost zero. Almost zero.
They've spent billions to produce dick.
Yeah.
And so if I'm the competitor, you go right ahead. You spend another $50, $60 billion to get nothing in return because you refuse to actually make any games based on the myriad fucking cornucopia of intellectual property that you're sitting on. And you just don't do it. So you fucking go right ahead. Yeah, we're going to hurt a little bit. We'll lose COD. But if we get, you know what? And I'd be taking that 10-year deal. I'd say, all right, I'm going to take 10 years. I'm going to take it. And then I'm going to spend the next 10 years
producing the next fucking
figuring
fire.
out, going into the vault and being like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
we need a Call of Duty competitor. Doesn't need to sell 40 million copies. We just need to sell 15, 20.
Yep.
We need to hit that up. We've got some shit in the tank. We got like Killzone back there. We can make some shit happen.
Yep.
We got 10 years.
Yep.
That's a pretty good timeline. Go. Done.
That's some gangsta shit too. Like, go ahead, bro. Take it. Piss off the fans. Do it. Spend $1 bagillion, and I'm gonna go in the lab, and I'm gonna fucking cook something up, and I'll see you in 10 years, bitch. I'll see you in 10 years. And literally, market. You could even market it. They took Call of Duty from us, but they can't take this one exclusively on Sony. The next, the fucking successor of Call of Duty. It's fucking this. Killzone something, or fucking, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. Call it whatever the hell you want to call it. Make it good. Because let's be real. Call of Duty is a dog shit game. It ain't fucking hard to create a game. The thing that Call of Duty has is the brand. It's the brand that fucking makes them a lot of money. It ain't the game. So if Sony can just go out there and make a fucking good ass game, they don't need to sell what Call of Duty sells. They could sell 30% of what Call of Duty sells, and they're going to make just as much money, and it's theirs.
It's all theirs.
They don't have to share it with nobody. It's theirs, and it'll sell consoles. So go do it. But hey,
sell us some NordVPN really quickly.
NordVPN. Head on over to nordvpn.com/OTT. Get yourself a VPN service. Do it. All right. Stay safe. Stay anonymous out there. All right. Watch different regions of Netflix and other streaming services at the click of a button. They've got an app on your phone, your PC, your Mac, your laptop, your iPad, virtually for anything and everything. Use it. Because if you don't, someone's going to use your private information, potentially, and buy a PlayStation 5 on the internet for $1,300, and it's coming off your card because you didn't protect yourself. And now you got to deal with all this. You got to sit on phone with Sally making sandwiches in the kitchen for an hour and a half, and you don't want to have to do that. So for the low price of less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a month, you can be protected. So get yourself a VPN. And until March 21st, the promo is ending. So until then, when you get a 2-year subscription, in celebration of the 11-year anniversary of NordVPN, you will get a bonus gift. Let me know in the comment section what gift you got when you go and use that promo code OTT. It's a great way to support us, support the sponsor, and of course yourself. Virtual private network, guys. Mask your IP so that when you're traveling at home, that your IP address is not public. People can't see what you're doing. And just have some privacy. The internet's a crazy place out there. And they have threat protection on the desktop app that runs in the back of your PC to keep you safe while you're on the internet. That does not require you to be on a VPN. It will detect malware, remove it from your PC. It will make it so that your cookies and all this other stuff cannot be tracked and they can't steal your information, and you won't be dealing with all these crazy pop-ups and things that happen when you're on the internet. So go check that out. It comes with the subscription. And I don't know what else I have to here to plug. Just go and get yourself NordVPN, guys. It's 2023. It's time.
Boom.
It's time.
It is time.
That's it.
It's also time for
movies and TV.
Beetlejuice 2. That's the thing that's happening, Mr. Black. Michael Keaton is returning. Jenna Ortega to play Lydia's daughter. Is there anyone else that you can even cast for Beetlejuice 2 other than Michael Keaton and Jenna Ortega at this point? I mean, that's the easiest casting I think I've. The only thing easier that I could come up with is to just literally, and then she's already done it, is Jenna Ortega being Wednesday. Like they've already figured it out. They got her in Scream. That was another easy one.
I didn't watch Wednesday. Kayla did. I didn't watch it. I'm not a big Beetlejuice fan. Never was. It's not my cup of tea. But I will tell you one thing. I am sick and tired of seeing Jenna Ortega everywhere. Fine young lady. Looks great. I you know,
She's
good
just
actress.
the flavor of the
I
month
mean,
right now.
Holy
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's like, God damn, just give me like 2-week break.
You gotta give her agent and her publicist some fucking props, bro, because they are working.
In it. She is swimming in it. I mean, I haven't seen somebody pop this hard since what's her face from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
It's true.
Jesus.
After having not been up for a documentary on his life before now, Will Shatner, Mr. Bill himself, explained that he's okayed the upcoming film on his life that's set to premiere at South by Southwest, as he's aware that his time is short at 91 years of age. I mean, he's getting up there. Old, you know, the captain is getting up there in years. So he's finally said, all right, fine, somebody can make a movie about me, I guess. And so we're getting that. We'll have to wait and see what that's like. And then what else we got here? Oh, The Last of Us is officially, now that the whole thing is out and done, we know, has officially managed to have better ratings and viewership numbers than House of the Dragon, which is impressive, to say the least.
I've only still watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
Because Kayla and I were trying to finish another show, and now she's sick with Kai. So we're once we're finishing a show tonight, and then we're gonna you know, finish off The Last of Us, because all the episodes are out now. So
in my mind, bro, when I left, when she was taking, you know, Kai off to that little thing that they went to when I was there that day,
exactly
I said in my mind, I said I was gonna come back like 4 days later to get some stuff. I said, nah, you know what? Kai gonna bring home the fucking plague.
Yeah, I'm fine, because Kayla's sleeping in the guest room, and I basically am social distancing from them guys. I'm like, I just can't get sick again. I was sick twice in the last like the last like 8 weeks, last 2 months, and I'm bruh, nah. But yeah, they apparently they went to this play date. One of the little girls there was sick, and the mom was like, "Oh no, she's not sick, and she's just cutting the back molars."
No,
and then,
she's sick.
No, she was sick. Next day, yeah, they basically are a walking plague.
Oh yeah,
and it's bad. It's actually bad. They are more sick than when they had COVID, and they don't have COVID.
Am I crazy, or are kids these days, and I'm not talking COVID, like post-COVID shit, because even before COVID, like it feels like kids are way more sick now than they were when we were younger. Like you and I weren't sick all the fucking time.
Well, I think part of it is kids don't go outside and fucking play anymore. So they're not really around each other all that much. Now they go to school. So like obviously they're around a bunch of kids. And pretty much every parent that I know are like, bruh, as soon as they go to school, you are going to be sick once a month for 12 years. It's pretty much what happens. And I'm like, great.
Kids just aren't outside getting their immune systems fucking built up.
No, they're not. They're like, my son sits upstairs, fucking plays on the Switch all day, watches TV. You know, Kayla will play, you know, board games and things for a couple hours. You only can do that so much to keep their attention, and then right back to the fucking devices. Dude, I took his mine, but he was using my iPad. I took that shit away from him back in October. I was like, bro, you're on that shit for like
day.
4 hours straight, like this, staring at the damn thing. And I'm like, no, done. And I'm not even, and I'm like, bro, you're not even getting 1 or 2 hours. It's gone. Like, it's over.
Zero screen time.
Zero. So it's been sitting in the garage since like October. And now he has a Switch. So now basically we allow him to play it for like an hour at a time. And it's like, bro, play it for an hour. Go in your playroom and just play with physical toys. I don't give a shit. Just get off the screens. Because if you let them have it, they will take it, and that's it. It's over. Dude, we had to stop him from watching YouTube videos. He was watching YouTube videos non-fucking stop. And the kid's so goddamn smart. Dude, we've got them damn smart TVs with, it's like a magic wand.
Oh, when I was there, I watched him flip over to YouTube and start powering it up.
Bro, he will go on Netflix. He knows the fucking password. He'll put in the fucking password and shit. He knows like login information. He knows to like check the Wi-Fi to see if the shit's working. I'm like, bro, where are you learning this stuff from? I didn't teach you any of this shit. You know, if you let them have it, they'll just take it and take it. So we cut off YouTube. YouTube's done. And he was having a problem because then he would watch these fucking these shows. And I know we're low on time, but I don't care. We're watching these shows. And in the shows, these kids would like dress up as like characters, like, you know, we're talking like Marvel characters or whatever. And it's like playful stuff. But then there's this one kid that's fucking bratty as fuck. And he's got attitude and shit. And he's like, no, give me that. And he'll like do a bunch of shit. And the next thing you know, what my son is like just picking the shit up and doing the exact same shit. And then he's waking up in the middle of the night screaming and going crazy because he's like, fucking Venom was coming after me and shit. I'm like, what the hell, boy? Like, you are off this shit. Because he's sitting on the damn screen and watching it on the television all day. So we had to cut it all off, bro. And it's like a drug, too. He was like withdrawing from it for like 3 or 4 days. And then all of a sudden now he forgets that it exists. So I'm like, good. And now he's like watching other dumb shit on TV, like Pokemon and these other Paw Patrol and these other budget Power Ranger shows without the bad guys because he gets scared of them. Oh man, it's a thing.
But they just like they're just fucking. It's literally they're nonstop sick. Like they're sick, then they go back, then they're sick again, then they go back, then they're sick again. It's nuts, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, I had my kid. I don't care if they got friends or not. I'm dragging him outside. I'm gonna put him face down in the dirt and drag him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eat some of it while you're down there.
Yeah. Straight up.
Because when I was a kid, dude.
No, we were outside fucking. My parents would be like, get the fuck out the house. Get kicked out. Survive.
I was sick in elementary school like 3 times.
Yeah.
In 6 years. From preschool.
Yeah.
Until graduating into like 3 times. And that was the show. Mom and Dad never got sick because I wasn't sick. I didn't bring that shit back. Like ever. Like that was what it was like. Like we'd be playing games and shit. They'd come downstairs and be like, time's up, get out the fucking door. See you bye.
Yeah.
When the lights come on and the fucking street lamps, come home.
Time to come home. Dude, my son, it could be like he could walk outside and there'll be a kid at the top of the driveway, be like, hi. They'd be like, hi. Next thing you know, he's sick for 7 days. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, I'm like, man, these kids, stop the madness. And it's like that everywhere, dude. The whole neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's sick. Everybody. It's not even just my son. It's like fucking every kid I know.
I think a lot of it too is like just in general, everyone's gotten like sanitizer crazy. And again, before COVID, like Lysoling every surface. Yep. So you like walk in the door and they're like, hold on. And they're like fucking wiping your ass with Lysol. You're like, what do you do? What the fuck? It's like, oh, we just got to make sure everything's clean. Like, bitch, I was just outside for a walk. What are we wiping everything down for?
Seriously, bro, the first like 3 years of my son's life, it was like the years of masks, constant sanitization, everything, bro. It's like the kid had, he didn't have the ability to like go out there and catch everything there is so that his body can be like, oh, let me fuck this up now and build an immune to it. It's just like, as soon as the mask came off and like real life hit again, it's like, bro, he touches the surface and it's like, okay, here we go. And because I don't fucking leave the house.
Yeah, you're also wrong.
I'm like, here we go. It's like, fuck me, man. So anyway.
Brendan Fraser got his Oscar. Let's fucking go.
He did. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. I'm so happy for him. I watched that shit live. Everything Everywhere All at Once won like 7 fucking awards.
Deserved.
It's like the most awarded fucking movie of all time now. Everyone got their flowers. I gotta say, this is probably the closest the Oscars have ever gotten to like matching what the people at home were hoping for in terms of like who actually got awarded all of their shit. So well done. Nobody got slapped. That was great. So that was very successful in that regard. No assaults happened live on television. It's good stuff. There you go. We're gonna a couple of questions here.
All right,
One question.
I'm giving 7 minutes. I'm giving 7 minutes.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
20
Xenon
after.
Slayer. Which game show do you think you'd be best at? And second question, what game show would you love to host? Both of them, same thing. Price is Right and Price is Right.
Oh, bro. Yeah, man.
Bro, that's the dream gig to host The Price is Right. Are you kidding me? Drew Carey fucking traded up hard when he got into that fucking role, bro. Imagine getting over and taking over Bob Barker's fucking position at The Price is Right. That shit's fire.
Right. I'm gonna go. Okay, so what was the question again? Which one would you
Do you think
wanna
you'd be
on and
best
which one to
at?
host?
Yeah, which one do you think you'd be best at, and which one would you like to host?
All right, I think I would be best at Price is Right because I've watched so much of it now. Like I just get it. Like I just know, right? But one that I would like to host, Deal or No Deal.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That'd be a fun one to host.
That would be a good one to host. I like that. Deal or No Deal.
Because that's a sweat. There's fucking like 30 beautiful women. You can make all kinds of jokes. Doesn't really require a whole lot of skill. It's just it's a literal just stand there and be funny.
It's true. Yeah, that was a good one. What's your go-to bar order? I mean, we've mentioned this before. You like a Tom Collins. I like a rum and coke. Oh, mojito. There you go. I like a rum and coke or Ryan Ginger, or I just drink my shit straight. I don't really.
I prefer to drink the like scotch whiskey straight, just on the rocks. I don't really like adding coke, and you know if I'm gonna have it,
I add coke if I'm in like a dive bar, like if I'm at like a place where I look at the selection and the rum is Captain fucking Morgan.
Yeah, okay.
That shit's going in a coke.
Okay, yes. Got me there.
Ain't nobody drinking Captain Morgan straight, and if you do, woo! That's some menace behavior. That's some Black Force energy. You drinking Captain Morgan,
bro? Miyagi, when Miyagi came over last year, I think it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year. The year, yeah, I think so.
He came over. He ended up buying this fucking fancy bottle of scotch, and he left it here.
I drank some. He gave it. It was like gasoline. That shit was like
gasoline. I only ever pull it out when I have the boys over, and I'm like, guys, somebody's got to drink some of this because like I can't drink it. And
it's legit gasoline. Like it's like I drank it, and I drink everything straight. So I was expecting to be like fine, but just like whatever the fuck, just had it straight, no ice, no nothing, bro. That shit had me talking like a fucking like I've been smoking cigarettes for 40 years on the first drink. Yeah. Like, and I was like,
it's like
drinking
a cigar.
How much alcohol's in this bitch? Am I just drinking rubbing alcohol right now? Because this shit tastes like it's 60%. I don't know what it is. I think it's like 50 something.
I can't remember what it is, but it's intense.
It ain't 40 to 43 like everything else I drink. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Let's see here. Volkus, do you think a lot of productions put out lately, like movies, games, TV, whatever, are suffering from the fallout of the writer's strike? It sure feels like writing isn't as great right now. I don't know if I've watched enough to be able to comment on that. The stuff that I've watched has been okay.
I actually think it's been proved, to be honest. But like then again, I haven't watched a shit ton of shows.
Yeah, to be able to really compare.
Like, some of the bigger shows that I've watched, like House of the Dragons, Last of Us, Yellowstone. There's some really solid shows out there that I actually think the writing is pretty good. But then again, like I guess if you're an avid TV watcher, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, and maybe it's actually maybe I'm just watching the premium stuff.
Could just be placebo from watching nothing but the most premium television right now.
That could be it. That could be it.
Last one comes in from PP Insider. It's a good name. I like this. Solid. Well done. Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time Patreon supporter. Thank you, PP Insider. Wear protection. What would be your guys' fondest memory of casting StarCraft 2 together? We've answered this a couple of different ways.
Say that again. What's the most
your fondest memory of casting StarCraft 2 together? I think for me, I mean, I've got so many. I won't say like a specific cast per se. I'm gonna say that I'll just throw like a couple of ones out there that always that always will stick with me. The one was the second. It wasn't the first. It was the second one of Farouche. The first Farouche was funny as shit. But the second time, like, I prompted Jeff to do it. I was still living in my first place. We were up in that tiny ass fucking room. It's the room that Kermit got fucking squirted on with friggin' lotion. And I prompted Jeff.
Box,
the sweat.
sauna.
Oh, dude, that fucking was bad in there. I prompted him to do it, and he does the one. He does it. It's the one where it's like the cock ring version. And I fucking died. I died. He couldn't even get through the whole thing. I was dying off microphone the whole fucking time. That was the funniest thing I'd ever heard at that point. So that's definitely one. And then like past that, man, I'm gonna say just as a whole, in the early days of Lag TV, where the production was different. It was like the creative process of watching a replay and then coming up with what we were going to do. Loosely around the replay, and just coming up with the crazy stupid shit that we would come up with.
That was really early on.
That was like in the first year or so when we did like the Wenchies fail stuff. We'd watch a replay at like fast forward page to get a rough idea, and then we'd sit down and I would pace his apartment, which was also a sauna. I'd pace his apartment and we'd just be like back and forthing on bullshit for like an hour, come up with some sort of like thing. Unless sometimes it came up like immediately. Other times it would be like it'd take a little longer. Like the Queen one took us a little longer to come up with something for that. But that was fun because it was when there was still like a creative aspect to it before everything was just cold casted. So I'd say those are two pretty solid ones for me.
Mine is gonna be I like the epic probe battle with the SCV.
That's always good to watch. That shit's fucking crazy.
That shit, and because it just caught me by surprise. Like I did not like that was so.
You
good.
really didn't know, like you were watching. You really don't know who's like, because it's back and forth the whole time. Like you don't know who's gonna come out the victor in that one.
Yeah, well, and then like out of nowhere, like fucking one comes out of the fucking nowhere and just it was so crazy because then he started putting the SCV in the command center and then it would come out on the other side and I don't remember how it fully went, but that was one of the standout ones and I remember casting that in your basement.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many. I really like the Mike Hunt. That one was so funny, bro. It was so immature and so dumb, but I had the giggles as if I was stoned. I just could not stop laughing because it was so fucking stupid. That one was good.
I gotta
pick one more. I from a win cheese fail standpoint, I mean the blue block is moving one is pretty classic. The Cannon Rush, the famous one, like the episode 8, the one that like really put us on the map.
Niskel on the Cannon Rush,
the Niskel one. But like we kind of knew it was coming, so
yeah,
like we had the
that
whole,
one was
like,
really premeditated. Like that was like very premeditated.
Yeah, like we knew that was coming. But I really there's so many of them. You know what is funny is the other day when you're over at my house and when you left. I almost messaged you. I actually pulled up the Discord and I almost messaged you and I was gonna say, Adam, bro, let's cast some StarCraft. Nobody needs to know, and let's just randomly release it and let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Why are you putting this out in the ether now? You're putting it out there.
But bro, like I just missed it. Like it was like my boy was over. I was just like, fuck. Like it's like I don't care about the money. I don't care about nothing. I was like, man, let's just
for the nostalgia.
Yeah, for the nostalgia. Let's just go. Let's just jump on a call and let's just cast some StarCraft and see what happens. Let's just put it out there, see what happens.
That would necessitate having fucking replays to actually cast.
Oh, we'd find something. It's not. I'm not really concerned about that. We'd find something. But that's where I was at, man. I almost did it.
It was a hard nostalgia trip. I hadn't been over in 2.5 fucking years, and so it's a you think about all the bullshit. We're getting old too. We were reminiscing like fucking crazy, talking. Well, we were partially reminiscing, partially it was like a bilateral fucking therapy session because we're the only two people that understand each other's lives at this point, and so it has to happen. And unfortunately, it was a 2.5 year fucking lag time between the two sessions. It used to be weekly. We have like a 5-hour fucking like therapy session on the.
And then we do cast Starcraft for an hour. It'd be like a 6-hour day. It'd be like cram. Oh shit. It's like, bro, we've been chilling here for 4 or 5 fucking hours. We should probably cast some Starcraft. And we just fucking ram through it as fast as we could.
And then we'd be like, let me tell the community, had a real long 6-hour day of Starcraft casting. In reality, it was 5 hours talking, an hour of Starcraft.
And bro, you know what my idea was? This was my idea. All right? And I'm only saying this because I'm half putting it out there.
Okay.
My idea was, bro, let's take the technical alpha, or not the let's take the tech support section.
Right, okay.
And let's do it over Starcraft. That was my idea. I was gonna say, bro, let's in the Starcraft casts, right? Let's put the Patreon up there. Let's get people to ask questions, give us topics, and we're gonna actually cast a game. But while we're casting the game, we're gonna discuss the questions that people had. So it's basically tech support, but over Starcraft.
Okay.
More people would listen, more people would watch. It would be entertaining. We might actually get some decent games, and we might be onto something. And then by the time fucking what's it called? The new RTS game comes out, Stormgate. Maybe we'd be onto something, and we're already in the groove, and we just keep it going. I'm throwing it out there. Anyway,
we're casting from the grave, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Black has to go. He's 5 minutes past. He's got his own fucking. He's got a little meeting coming up here. But we're gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. We'll let that one marinate.
Let it marinate. We'll if you made it this far, let us know in the comments section. Are you down to support that? Because listen, bro. We don't need to do tech support here on the podcast. We could do it. We're gonna bullshit anyway. So why don't we do it in front of thousands of people that are listening instead of fucking 1,000 people that are gonna listen? I don't know. I mean, hey, that's what the casts were before anyway.
Patreon.com/LagTV is the place to go if you want to financially support a possibility of mid-30-year-old men going back to Starcraft.
Late 30s, bro. What do you mean mid?
I'm mid. You're late. I'm still mid.
All right.
I'm still mid. My hairline isn't, but I'm still mid. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, thanks for stopping by. Stay safe out there, especially if you have kids, because fuck. Peace.
Peace.